Welcome everybody to another edition of 5 Minute Adventures. Today we are going to be going around the area around Vancouver. We're going to be looking for the filming locations of the #1 Netflix rated show at the moment, The Adam Project, with Ryan Reynolds as well as his cast of characters. So we're going to start off here. We're in what's known as Alouette Lake. This is North Beach. So let me show you what we have found so far. So this area right here is where the cabin was set up along the edge of the lake. It was set up somewhere in this area right here. At the moment, they're doing some filming here of a Disney show called Shogun. So if you've seen Shogun, then you should be able to match up some of these areas as well. So during the scenes where they are at the cabin, you can see an overhead shot that shows this creek or this river that's coming into the lake, and it flows in this way right here. As I mentioned, the cabin was set up somewhere right along here. So then that means that the car that they were driving would have driven in from this direction, gone this way, and then in theory, when Ryan Reynolds drives out of frame, he would go off in this direction over here past all of the movie making equipment that they have set up around here. In this scene, older Ryan, younger Ryan, and Laura are all sitting at a handmade picnic table. And there's a low shot, just like so, and you can see the way that these trees are in the background. That's after young Adam goes for his walk. If you've seen the movie, you know why he went for a walk. Let's go and see what else we can find. In this scene, where Adam go off to try to get some medical supplies, Ryan Reynolds is going to be walking and heading towards this Shoppers Drug Mart. But in the meantime, he comes along here. We're in West Vancouver at Marine Drive and 25th Street. You can see this Big O tires in the background of the shot. And they work their way along here. And then he goes into this Shoppers Drug Mart to get his medical supplies. These video clips are going to be a little bit out of order, but here we are in North Vancouver. We're at the corner of East Kings and Regent. And this is the house that young Adam, old Adam, and Lewis are walking into. They come up the hill here and they walk across this driveway, and you can see these trees very prominent. And obviously the front of the house is a little bit different from when they filmed, but this is definitely the location. You can definitely see by those trees as we match up with the photo that we have. So it's raining. I'm going to get back in the car and we're going to go off to the next stop. Our next location here is in Gastown of Vancouver, right at the corner of Carroll Street and Cordova Street. We have the Blarney Stone, which is a club, restaurant, pub, and this is where older Adam and Ellie, his mom, were inside having a drink, chatting. Her, of course, not having any idea who he was, and then runs out and stands at about this angle is the camera and looks for him as he is disappeared. Let's move on to the next one. In this next scene, we find ourselves here at the Vancouver Convention Center. This is the location where you see Ryan Reynolds as older Adam walking from this direction past what is the Cactus Club. In the movie, it was just trees. And right about this angle right here is where you see him walking along. Then the Olympic cauldron that's here now was digitally removed, and the giant Saurian sign was put in its place. Let's keep looking around, see what else we can find. Here we are still at the Vancouver Convention Center. And in the one scene where they're off to Saurian to destroy the time machine, sorry, spoiler alert, They come through these doors that you can see inside the building. Unfortunately, I can't get into the building today because there's nothing going on. And they walk in this direction. You can hello everybody. You can very clearly see inside there is the brick wall that's inside there. It's hard to see with the reflection, I apologize. It's a little bit better. You can see that brick wall right there that had the giant TV screen that ran all the way up and down it. Just beside the TV screen was a fake elevator that they built, which is at the entrance to the ballroom there that you can see off in the distance. Zoom in a bit for you. So if you watch back in the movie, you can see the elevator is just to the right of that brick wall there. So here we have the scene where Adam, older Adam, is walking into Sorian while the young Adam is controlling the drone, and the androids that are pointing guns at him and threatening to shoot him are standing here. You can see in the picture, you can see these two drain culverts from the overhead shot, as well as the way that this cement here runs on an angle behind Ryan Reynolds. Then we have right here where the two vehicles crash together and come to a stop. And you can clearly see this staircase again from the overhead shot. Obviously all of these metal railings were removed for the scene. But yeah, this is where that happened, right here at the Vancouver Convention Center. This is the scene where the two Adams are just arriving at Sorian and they're heading up the stairs. You can see this railing in the background of the shot, as well as the trees behind, which is part of Stanley Park. And you can see that equipment, the buildings across the water over there. Obviously the Chevron gas station was digitally removed, but Ryan Reynolds would walk up these stairs and off to the convention center, which is just at the top of the stairs here. Here we have the scene where the two Adams have gone back to 2018. They've met up with their father Lewis, and they come out of his classroom and they come out of this building. You can see the people sitting on this bench. You can see the tree that's on the right hand side. So they walk down the sidewalk and they walk in this direction right here. So then you can see them walking directly towards me right now with this row of trees on the right hand side. This right here is the University of British Columbia Chemistry Building, located along the main mall. Just right directly behind me here, right over here where the flagpole is, I did an earlier video of the filming locations of George Clooney's Tomorrowland, and that was filmed right here. So this is quite a popular spot for filming movies, especially with the older architecture and everything of this building. One more stop to go, and then we'll be done for our tour of the filming locations. Here we are at our last location. This is the Sundance Motel, located on Ladder Trunk Road near 64th Street in Delta, BC. This was the Pine Ridge Motel where the two Adams were talking with their father Lewis, and they would have been sitting at a gazebo that was made right here. And there was a playground structure that was right over here. Obviously those were just set dressing. And right in the middle of your screen here is the door that Ryan came out of when he came out and sat in the gazebo to have a beer. Now in the movie you'd see that there was an RV parked between the two buildings. And if we look over here, This same RV is parked right over here. Screen used RV from the movie. That's awesome that they still have that here and it wasn't just a piece of set dressing that was towed away. So from the Pine Ridge Motel, setting of one of the scenes from The Adam Project, #1 Netflix movie at the moment. Thanks for watching this 5-minute adventure, and I will see you in the next video.